Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the globe.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Redwoods of Montreal taking on the Houston Texans. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. And a Montreal 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's another Montreal 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hold the check.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Quick throw completed by Richardson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Let's go now. 1965.
Now it's Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
40, 70.
They go play action with Richardson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're on 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hey, what's up?
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's May. They'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 4th 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
They run once more with Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Trevion Henderson with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Dragon 60. Warrior 17. Traffic. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First down. First and goal. The 6-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
18, 5 in. Cup 19. Cup. Ready.
Richardson. Throw out wide to Walker.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
19 tight. 19. Panthers 60. Panthers 18. Runway.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Redwoods are able to move back in front. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Texans 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing here is May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll throw with May. Oh, Adunze wide open. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready, what's up?
To the air, May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Trevion Henderson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And when they're trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Ready? Crack on 80.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to throw. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure what you're doing.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Richardson looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick
Richardson.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Go, Reed, go. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Now a 3rd and 6.
19 tight, 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Walker.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This from 36 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Henderson.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's May.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a toss to Henderson, headed right.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want to.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
From the gun, it's May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They're going to look to throw.
They'll look middle here and give it to Odunze.
They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's May.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
A partner. Guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there.
Henderson with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Texans add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Okay, great.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Let's go.
Now it's Richardson. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Richardson working from the gun. From the left side, it's complete. A game there of 30 big ones.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 7.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo Race, let's go.
Again, it's Richardson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
79 Broncos. 70 Dragons, 60.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Cup 19, Cup 7 Pirates, 65 cats, 6 Panther 11,
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Running free at the 45. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Dragon 60. 18, 79 Broncos.
They go play action with Richardson. Well, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Here we go. 3, 70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
Richardson. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll throw with May. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
21 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That completes it again to Metcalf. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air, May. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Throwing here is May. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. David Njoku from 13 yards out. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Redwoods 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, there's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Up the middle, here's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's Richardson to throw. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Richardson now on third and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Redwoods are able to cut into that deficit. A point after, good by Groupie. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation. The fourth quarter, you come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw, it's May. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A yard, all they need, but it's third down.
Hey, here we go, sit up. Hey, what's that?
Henderson will try and run for the first. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with May. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Richardson looking to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, they continue.